Hi, everyone. I am so excited because I am joined by my delightful co star, the beautiful, the fabulous, the talented, none other than my friend, Marlo Thomas. And we are so excited for all of you to watch our new movie, A Magical Christmas Village, as part of Hallmark's Countdown to Christmas. So, to get people excited about our movie, we have a couple of questions, Marlo, that we have to ask and talk about. And it actually
I'm ready.
comes
I'm
from the
ready
fan.
with you, Allie. I'm ready.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, okay. Just to give everyone a little heads up, Marlo and I play mother daughter. Marlo plays the character Vivian, and I am her daughter Summer. And we have a wonderful family. The Christmas Village is based on the small town of Bryson Falls in Colorado. But Vivian believes that the village is full of Christmas spirit, Christmas magic, and Summer hasn't believed in it. So, Vivian, tell the audience why you couldn't get Summer to believe in the Christmas magic.
Well, Summer's very practical. She's a
Yes.
single mom and she makes the money, pays the bills, and is raising her daughter and doing a great job of it. Her mother, on the other hand, has raised her kids and she is a free spirit. She's a very magical kind of woman. I think she always has been. And she's
Yeah.
encouraged her daughters to let their imaginations fly. She's always been like that. That's her personality. And her daughter's personality is let's get this done, let's get it, let's get everybody organized. We have rules in the house. So there are two different kinds of people. But I know she doesn't
but
really
you
believe
do
in it. She doesn't really
but
believe
you
in it.
do win someone over at the very beginning, don't you?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have a new customer for your
For my magic.
Christmas magic.
Well, my granddaughter, Summer's daughter, she's a little girl. She's like 11 years old. So when I bring in this magical village, the first thing that the granddaughter says is, "Oh, what does it do?" And Summer, Allie's character, says, "It doesn't do anything. It just collects dust." And then I say to the granddaughter, whispering, "Your mother doesn't believe in it, but it's magical. Just make a wish and see what happens." So I've completely got the granddaughter in my spell.
Yes. That's exactly right. You've drawn her in with the promise of Christmas magic, and I think that's the perfect hint of what's to come because of course, everyone knows with a Hallmark Christmas movie there is magic to be had. But another really fun twist to this movie that I liked, Marlo, and you and I talked about this so many times, was it's so real to have a mother and a daughter like Vivian and Summer who are such different people, right?
Right.
And who love each other, but they aren't maybe meant to live together as grown-ups.
Under
And
one
so
roof.
yeah, under one roof. And so the beginning of the movie gives that audience that feeling in their stomach, like they know what that would be like for their own family.
Right.
When Vivian surprises Summer with the fact that she's moving out. That right?
And
Vivian
moving
finds
in.
herself without a home
You're
and she
right.
doesn't know where to go. That's right. She's moving out of one house, and so Summer has to make room for her and invite her into her home. But the thing about it is, it brings in traditions like the Christmas Village, but there are some other traditions in the movie. What did you think of the wreath making tradition we came up with?
Oh, I love that. I had never heard of it, but Allie and her writer, Melissa Sammons, came up with this idea that my character always had her children make a wreath out of anything they wanted, and that
Yeah,
would be they would hang it on their door, and it would be their imagination on their door. You know how kids love to put on their door different things like "stay out," stuff like
yeah.
that. Yeah, that's what I always had
My
on my door.
daughter, oh my gosh, Marlo, my daughter used to put up signs every day, but it would always say like, "Don't come in here, love Megan."
Right.
Like, it was
I
like
know.
really
I
hard.
know. Well, that's your one place, your haven, away from your
Yeah.
parents who are telling you what to do all the time. But so she had them all create these creative expressions of how they felt about Christmas. So in the movie, we have a scene where the grown-ups have bought all the materials. They're all there, feathers and sequins and ornaments, and the children make their own wreaths to hang on their bedroom doors. It's wonderful. Did you do that as a kid, Allie? Is that where that came from?
No, have never done that, but I love the idea. I think Melissa thought of that, and I kind of want to start that tradition. I think
Yeah.
it's so much fun. Do you have any favorite holiday traditions you want to share with everyone?
Well, my family was always very crazy about Christmas. We had a nativity scene that my father put together that was practically lifelike outside of our house, and we played Christmas carols, and it was great because most of the families in Beverly Hills where we grew up were Jewish, so they didn't even have a tree. So
Oh,
our
right.
nativity scene became just the center of the glorious season, and all the children and the
Oh,
parents would bring kids to see the baby Jesus and the hay. And
oh,
my dad had a huge star that he stole from the Sands Hotel and put it up on top of the nativity scene. It was just great. So I'm into all of that, the nativity scene and a Christmas tree. And I was
yes.
telling Allie the other day, my husband and I travel a great deal. And so all the ornaments on our tree are from different places that we visited. So I've got a
I
little
love that.
a little yellow slickered fisherman from Nantucket and a Persian egg and all kinds of things from all over the world. And that makes the tree very personal to me.
I know. I think that's such a special idea, and I'm stealing that idea from you too, Marlo.
Enjoy it.
So another fan wanted to know about the cute meet, about how Ryan, played by Luke McFarlane, and Summer meet for the first time. And I think that ties in so perfectly with the magic that we talked about in the Christmas Village because what we really wanted to give the audience is that feeling of a combination of the reality of these two strong personalities. Vivian, Summer, Ryan are all people who are set in their lives. They've got their own things going on. And so maybe Summer and Ryan would never have met if not for Chloe making a wish at the Christmas Village and playing with the figurines and somehow magically uh, Summer is up there and she almost falls and she happens to meet Ryan and I just thought it was such a cute first meeting. What did you think?
I loved it. And what I love most about it is it really says to the world and to our audience is that if you really believe in your
Yeah,
wishes, they could come true.
right.
And and it's Chloe's wish. Chloe's wish is that her mom have a love life. And
Hmm.
so she makes her wish come true by putting these little figures of her mom and a man that she doesn't know. She puts them together. And then when she realizes that it actually happened, that her mom met
Oh
this
yeah, that's
man,
the cutest. Yeah,
she said, I have to have some chocolate. I mean, which is
yeah.
so great.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Darling.
So another thing I really liked about the story was that you have a cute meet with Ryan as well,
Yes.
and we each have our own separate relationship with him throughout the movie. So tell me about what it was like for you meeting Luke and working with him that first day in the grocery store.
It was so much fun. He's just a darling, first of all, very warm,
Yes,
very easy to work with. I never met him, was how do you do? And now we're working in the scene together, which is the interesting thing about Hallmark movies because they're like that. It's just amazing. And Allie's made so many of them, and she's really got it down. She puts it together so that it all flows and everybody has a chance to be free and creative. That's a great gift for a producer to have. Anyway,
thank
so
you.
I meet Luke in this grocery store, and right away I see that he's eating terrible potato chips and stuff, and I take them away from him and give him these nice yams to eat. So she's looking for the universe to make everything better, and so I keep running into him, and every time I run into him, I give him another tip, and then finally he sees me, and
Yeah.
we become friends. And I don't know that parallel, my daughter is going out with him for dates. I don't even know who the dates are. And then at the end, I
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. No
find
spoilers. No spoilers. Save something. But
okay.
right, I thought that was so funny, and I'll tell you a little secret in the development of the movie that originally we had you having that first meet with him at a dog park. And then we sort of thought about it because, like, that's where strangers talk to each other, you know? We were sort of thinking. And then when Melissa and I were in development, and then we were finding locations, and the production company came to us and they were like, are you really prepared to like throw down fake snow in summer in an entire dog park? And do people really take dogs to dog parks that are covered in snow? Like, have you thought this through? And so then I thought about it and I was like, maybe the dog park's not a great idea. So then we were just
Not
racking
only
our
that, I
brains.
would come to move in with you with a dog. That'd be
Yeah,
horrible.
right. And then we would have a dog. so then I was just racking my brain, like, where do strangers talk to each other? Where could this possibly happen that would make sense? And I had recently had the experience at a supermarket where this lovely older woman like just started talking to me in line at the grocery store and was telling me, she saw what I had in my cart and and she asked me what I was going to make for dinner that night. And I had, it was so, she was so nice, but that doesn't happen very often in Los Angeles. And so it was so funny because I really like took that real life experience and thought, oh my gosh, that has to be in the movie. And Melissa loved the idea too. So that's how you ended up in a grocery store talking to a
Well,
stranger.
that's why it felt so real, because you already
Yeah.
experienced it. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really fun. Okay. Next question from the fans. Summer and Vivian seem like generous people and they love their family and their community, but they are obviously total opposites. What were your favorite qualities? The favorite qualities you had about Vivian? Did I ask that right? Yeah.
I think that Vivian was free. I had a grandmother. My mom was like Summer, very organized, get the kids to school on time, be sure they have a snack, be sure they're eating meat for dinner, and all the things, all the rules. Get to mass on Sunday like this, all that stuff. Well, my grandmother was just this wild woman. She played the drums in a beer garden in Pasadena when she was 70 years old. I just loved her. And my mother, she was the middle child, right? My grandma and me. And then my mother being so strict about everything and making the trains run on time. And I think that's very true in families where the grandmother can spoil the kids. It's not her responsibility, right?
Yeah, right.
The
Exactly.
mom has to be sure the kid does her
The
homework and all this stuff.
disciplinarian. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that that's a very real and relatable relationship between a grandma and a child. And I loved that. It
Yeah.
brought to mind my grandmother and me, and it really felt so true.
Oh, I love that. If I had to say my favorite qualities about Summer, it starts to feel weird because Summer and I have a lot in common. Actually, I'm very practical. I like to be organized. I like things to be according to plan. But what I really liked, one of the things where we differed was she didn't want to believe in the magic, and I really do believe in Christmas magic, and so I found myself that being like a tricky, a divergence between the two of us. But another quality that I really liked about Summer is just how open she was to the differences between her and her mom, her and her sister. She kind of was willing to take it all in stride, or like trying her best, I should say, to take it all in stride. So that was a fun aspect to Summer's character that I
And
enjoyed.
also for Summer, she didn't want to have another relationship. She said to
Right.
her mother, "My life is fine. I'm raising my daughter. She's happy. I'm happy." But she was open. She opened her heart when she met this man.
Yeah.
And that's a big switch for a character.
Yeah, that's right. That's a big transformation. And also, there's one scene where he sort of gets this crazy idea that maybe comes from Chloe playing with the village. And he sort of spontaneously says, "Hey, you want to go ice skating?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure. Why not?" Like in the middle of the day. And I just really liked that quality about her, that she was
Yes.
willing to sort of just take a chance on something, have some fun, even though that's not her routine. She just wanted to try something. And I love that.
And then she fell down, don't forget,
Yeah, right. Can't forget about that.
which was
Well,
very
those are
endearing.
fun. Luckily, I'm good at playing klutzy. That's happens to be very second nature to me.
Uh-huh.
Um, One of the things that I think is like the star of this movie is the magic of Christmas. Have you ever experienced real life Christmas magic, Marlo?
I think I have. I think most of the Christmases in my childhood had a very magical quality to them. There was there was so much anticipation. I mean, Santa was coming. I would write my note to Santa. That I wanted a dolly. I wanted a piano.
Oh,
And I got the piano. It wasn't like a baby grand piano. It was like I think it's 66 keys, is smaller
yeah.
than the
Uh-huh.
88 key. From my bedroom. It was white and matched my white furniture, and it was just so magical. And I remember thinking, how did Santa carry this in this sled with all those other kids' presents? He's just fabulous, Santa.
Yeah.
It was
Santa
just
knows.
the belief in it, and immediately thinking, well, he probably had two sleds in a row behind them. You made it work for you,
Yeah,
and
right.
the magic of believing is so wonderful. And at one point, Summer and her mom have an argument, and her mother, I say to her, "I'm sorry that you can't believe, because for Vivian, not believing is a terrible lack
Yeah,
of
yeah,
your life." And I am a believer. I mean, I'm very impressionable. I mean, I
yeah.
will follow the Pied Piper down the street, and
I
I think
love it.
it's a good way to be. It's
It is.
yeah,
Yeah, you have to believe.
yeah,
I absolutely agree with you, and I think it does sting the way that it was intended to for Summer. I mean, I think, she likes to be tough, but really secretly in the inside she wants to believe, and
right.
it does hit home when we have that argument. That scene was really good. Well, speaking of that, what was your favorite scene in the movie?
Oh goodness, I have so many favorite scenes. Well, I love the scene where I win Chloe over with the magic.
Mhm.
I really like that a lot. And I like the scene a lot where you and I made up. There was so much love in that
Yeah,
scene.
yeah.
The mom
Beautiful.
and the daughter really love each other, and they're far apart in their beliefs, and they
Mhm.
come together out of pure love. And you had such a sweet look on your face when you said, "I love you, Mom." It really
Yeah.
warmed my heart.
Yeah. Oh, I loved filming that scene with you. You
Yes.
are just such a consummate professional, but it was sometimes hard. I did a few interviews today, and I was telling people like sometimes I forget to act because I was just watching you, and I was like, oh, that was so good. Oh wait, it's my line. um, Actually, I think my favorite scene is from it was so hard, but early in the movie, there's a scene where we're making dinner together, and there was a lot of moving parts with the props, and I hate working with props, but it's also like it really does make the movie better with the physicality and just like Summer, my character has such a specific space, and she really and I am a little bit like this too. I don't like people moving my stuff or like being in like I like especially when I'm cooking, I know where everything belongs. My husband knows when he does the dishes sometimes like he just leaves it out for me to put it away because I want it where I want it. I want it put away exactly how I left it. And so he's sometimes just like there's be a pile of clean dishes in the corner and I'm like, right, right. He doesn't know where they go. So, uh, but that scene was so great for me because I feel like people really relate to that. Like, and it was hard. It was hard for us to get it right. It was hard to time everything out. There's so many different aspects to it, but I also think it really paid off for the audience. They're really going to relate to that feeling of like
Right.
someone being in your personal space and
And
taking over. And
she's pushing my stuff over and putting it in drawers, and I'm saying, "Well, wait a minute, I have to
yeah,
see it because it inspires me to make things."
yeah,
And she's thinking, "Oh
yeah,
my god, I'll never get my
yeah,
kitchen back while she's
yeah.
here." It was
Right.
funny. That's a funny scene.
That's right. I know. I really like that. Okay. Well, I think the whole cast was so sensational. It was so much fun working with everyone. I loved just all the different reactions we had from how wonderful the actress who plays April was, your other daughter in the movie, my sister, and certainly working with Luke and little Mesa, who played Chloe. There were just so many fun people that we got to work with in this movie. Do you have any funny memories from behind the scenes that you want to share?
Uh, well, most of it was about clothes. I remember you spilled oil on your blouse and had to wear one of my sweaters. I remember that. She was cooking and she spilled oil on her blouse.
Yeah.
And we had to do the whole thing over because it wouldn't have matched. And the director was, oh my God, what are we going to do? And she comes out in a black cashmere sweater. She said, "Is it okay if I wear this? It's yours." I said, "Well, yeah." She has it on. I'm going to say, no.
Right. What were you going to say? No. I know.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
She said,
Well,
"Oh,
thank
this
you for
sweater
laughing
smells
about
just
it.
like your perfume." I remember you
It
saying.
does. It does. I sort of really felt close to you. Thank you so much for lending me that sweater. I didn't even get it dry clean for you. I
No,
should do that.
no,
But
it's
you're
done.
so sweet. It was so much fun. I'm trying to think. I will admit to the audience, there are some scenes that don't make it into the movie because we are limited on time. And this one scene that Marlo and I were filming was outside and it was really hot that day. and it's sort of a crazy story, but it was meant to be around a campfire. And so we had this idea that we would be making s'mores for the children. And first of all, it was so hot, everyone was just dying of the heat. And then I looked down, and the chocolate, like for the chocolate squares for the s'mores, was melting onto the tray. And I look at it, and Marlo looks at me, and she says, "This scene's never going to be in the movie, honey." And I was like, oh my God, she's right. What are we doing?
Yeah, it was too hot for a chocolate square and a marshmallow. They were just ooze on the plate.
It was so gross. And you're correct. It did not make the movie. It did not need to be in the movie. We did not need to waste our life filming that scene. But I'm glad to have that memory of watching chocolate actually melt outside. Okay. So now, before we wrap up, Marlo, we play a little game. It's a rapid fire game of this or that. And it's been inspired by Magical Christmas Village and, of course, Countdown to Christmas. So we're each going to answer, but you're gonna have to go first.
Okay.
Would you rather hang a Christmas wreath or mistletoe?
Mistletoe.
Mistletoe. Winter white or multicolor decorations?
Multicolor.
I'm a winter white. I love a white tree. Volunteer. I mean, the lights are white, not the fake snow stuff. I don't care for that. Like some people, I mean, it looks great, but like with that fake, have you ever seen those trees that have like the spray paint so it looks like there's snow on it? I don't like that.
Okay.
I like a traditional tree. Sorry, this is only supposed to be a one-word answer. I'm ruining it. Okay. Volunteer at a toy drive or at a local hospital? Oh, please, Marlo, we all know the answer to that one.
Absolutely.
But give us a little
St. Jude.
shout out.
St.
We
Jude.
love St. Jude.
I love St. Jude.
Spend an evening ice skating or watching movies?
Watching movies. I can't ice skate. I used to. I was supposed to be in the ice skating scene, and I said to the producer, I don't think you're going to be all day just trying to get me up, so don't do it.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Oh, I think It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life is the all-time best Christmas movie. Make a list and check it twice or play it by ear?
Oh, God, make a list. Check it 3 times.
Yeah. Do you like going caroling or to a Christmas carnival?
Caroling. Love caroling.
I love Christmas caroling. It is my favorite too.
Me too.
Christmas PJs or ugly Christmas sweater?
PJs.
PJs. Marlo, we're the same person. Snowy Christmas or tropical Christmas?
Oh, snowy Christmas.
Snowy Christmas every time. I love going to Christmas.
Yeah.
I love Christmas in the cold and a scarf.
Yeah.
And
well, we live in New York, and we live near the park, and you see all the snow on the trees, and I'm from LA, so what a thrill.
Yes.
You know, when I was a kid, I always had a green Christmas. It's so great to have a white Christmas.
And I love when it's snowing on Christmas, and I feel like I'm in a Hallmark movie. I'm just staring out at the snow falling. Like it just feels perfect. So thank you so much, Marlo, for chatting with me and all of you.
This was fun.
Love you so much.
This was fun.
It was so fun. And we can't wait for you to watch our Christmas movie. A Magical Christmas Village premieres November 4th at 8 o'clock on Hallmark Channel. And of course, you can live tweet with me during the show using the hashtag. And also, importantly, I will report back to Marlo about all the good tweets. So
Wonderful.
Let me know what you're thinking.
Merry, merry, and happy, happy.
Mwah.